Wubba lubba dub dub!
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is eSports Money, ZSM, Mac10, whatever you want to call me, and welcome to another VRForce video. Today is Tuesday. Well, technically today's Monday night, as you can see in down here. But I'm recording this to be uploaded on Tuesday, where I would normally be uploading a video game review. However, this video, I think, takes precedent, and it's talking about a big misunderstanding in the VR community. Probably the biggest misunderstanding that there is in the VR community, and that is this idea that Oculus is paying developers for exclusivity. And that they're paying developers money to not launch on the Vive. So I'm going to break everything wrong with this notion. First of all, I understand the animosity toward Facebook. I don't trust nor really like Facebook myself, but I don't mind supporting them so long as their product is good. And I think that progressively for the price, the Oculus is getting better and better and better, and the Vive is staying the same, which actually means it's getting worse because all of their competition is getting better. So let's go through a few things of let's go through a few examples of what's actually happening. So Robo Recall wouldn't exist if not for $10 million, which Robo Recall realistically is about 3 hours of unique content, three to 5 hours of unique content, and then more if you want to grind through and get all the mods for all of the guns. So Robo Recall, it offers a lot of opportunities because of the mods, but in general, Robo Recall is a very small game. Epic, which is not a small publisher, these are the people responsible for Gears of War. This company was given $10 million to make Robo Recall, to make the Mario 64 of the Oculus Rift. And that was, I don't believe that was ever intended to be a complete exclusive, but more of a timed exclusive, saying we want this to come on our platform first. And the leaders of Oculus have said, I believe Palmer Luckey was still in charge of Oculus at the time, said that the developers said it would take a few months to get certain titles optimized for the Vive after making them for the Rift, and we wanted them on the Rift first. So I think in a lot of cases there were not exclusivity contracts, just an understanding that it would come out later. In some cases there were timed exclusivity contracts, but in general it doesn't look like there are many, if any, total exclusive contracts. And the reason I'm using Robo Recall is because it is probably the only one, if there is one, that is a 100% exclusive contract. This is significant because CrossVR are the people that make Revive. They have $2,083 per month with 98 patrons on Patreon, and they make a program called Revive that allows you to run Oculus Rift titles through the HTC Vive using Oculus Home. So Oculus exclusives through the HTC Vive. It's a little bit finicky and you kind of have to force it to work from what I understand, but if you tweak the settings correctly, you can absolutely play Oculus Rift games through the Vive. So a third party made this program. Why am I talking about it? Why does it matter? Palmer Luckey has pledged $5,000 as per this article, this article on The Verge. This one's TechCrunch, this one's The Verge. Palmer Luckey, who I think he's kind of out of Oculus's good graces. I don't entirely remember. Like, there was a big controversy because he was giving money to conservative political action committees during the previous election, and because Silicon Valley is so. I'm not trying to get into politics, but I'm saying he was funding. He might have been funding actually some pretty far right-wing groups. I just remember there was some controversy surrounding his political donations. They were not illegal. They were just to groups that a lot of people consider unscrupulous, or that their videos were that their views are like they're so far right that they're not mainstream and they're not acceptable. And so Palmer Luckey, in doing that, I believe got ostracized and removed from Oculus. But regardless, he was the guy that really made VR what it is today. He's kind of the father of VR. He, alongside John Carmack, and then eventually, I guess Zuckerberg. I don't know how directly he's involved with it, but he bought Oculus, so he was responsible for the cash flow. These are the people that made VR real. They're the people that are responsible for the early Oculus that eventually led to all of the VR headsets that we currently have today. And I would still say, even in 2017, VR is in a relatively rudimentary state. And the reason I say that is because of the low number of titles. But anyway, this guy pledged $5,000 a month, not on Patreon, but privately to these people. And I wouldn't even say it's that private because it's been published on multiple news sources. This is June 29th. This is June 30th. He gives them $5,000 a month to make titles that are exclusively put on his platform, publicly or available to people that are on the Vive. And I believe this actually would apply to anything on Steam VR. So like OS VR, Razer's open source VR would also be covered by Revive, but I'm not entirely sure because I, again, use an Oculus. Though I will be looking into things like that this fall when the Bethesda RPGs launch because they're coming to Steam VR. And that's a whole other talking point video. But so anyway, Oculus has funded 70 VR games and experience, and so these games wouldn't exist without the money coming from Oculus. And I think Palmer Luckey, in doing this gesture, like he's probably not like. There's not a lot of public information on this because these sorts of contracts are private, but I'm willing to strongly speculate that Oculus is spending money to make titles exist that wouldn't exist otherwise, and then having an expectation of exclusivity or paying for a timed exclusivity, because a permanent exclusivity does not make sense. A permanent exclusivity does not justify Palmer Luckey giving $60,000 a year to a bunch of indie developers to make their products no longer exclusive. So that doesn't, I mean, it doesn't add up. So I really want to like try to get the point across that this doesn't exist. The people over at Linus Tech Tips were the people that originally brought this to my attention. Back in December, they went into extreme detail on it. Back last summer, they went into detail on it. And this bit of news has happened. This happened in June, so this is, you know, it's a month old, but it's relatively recent. It's more recent than the Linus Tech Tip videos that I'm citing, and I believe Linus and his organization are relatively legitimate sources. They don't like saying things without backing. They have a lot riding on their credibility. And here's HTC Vive. Joel Breton disapproves of Oculus business strategies, and they can talk about Robo Recall, and they can try to draw attention to the fact that there are games that haven't been brought over yet, but I would say that this is more or less a PR experiment for them. It almost feels dirty. It feels like Steam is trying to bring bad PR over to Facebook and Oculus, and I don't get it. I don't understand why, because the Vive is absolutely stomping on the Oculus in terms of sales as of today. And honestly, the Oculus is a way better product for the amount of money that it costs. Considering that if you were to get this for $400 when it was on sale, and then get the Amazon $100 gift card that came in a very short window, $300 to $400 for this product is really a $500 or $600 product. I paid $600 for it, and I do not regret paying $600 for it. I love my Rift. It is not worth half the money that the Vive is. If they were both $400, I would still buy the Oculus because I think the touch controllers are better, and I don't know enough. I haven't physically held the new Vive controllers to give an informed opinion on that. So thank you guys for watching. This is today's video of the day for VRForce. If you like this video, please leave me a comment, like, subscribe. Subscribe is the greatest thanks that you could ever give me for making videos like this. And then tomorrow when you're watching this, which will be Wednesday, I will be making, I will be doing the results of the giveaway for the Chronage Chronicles Steam Key giveaway. So that will be this coming Wednesday, the 26th of July, 2017. If you want to get involved with that, I think I barely have enough participants to even give away the keys so far. So go over that video and leave a comment and a like. And you have above a 50% chance at this point of getting a free copy of Carnage Chronicles in your YouTube message inbox. Just message to you, Steam Key from me. So thanks for watching. Hit that subscribe button, and I'll see y'all around.